Fire rains from heaven while a comet tears open destiny. On a rooftop, the main character smiles at the apocalypse. Cosmic light floods him as he reaches for impossible power. Lightning wraps around him, and he declares his victory. But before that, he was face down in a school cafeteria. He devours lunch like starvation still owns his body. Then he steals nearby food, turning lunch into complete chaos. Because somehow, the main character has been reborn. In another life, he froze and starved during apocalypse. Now he recognizes his friend, alive before everything collapses. Panic hits when he learns the date is still 2024. Then he screams about an impossible ice age coming within weeks. His friend laughs. August heat makes that warning sound insane. So the main character demands 1 billion like it's nothing. His friend refuses, stunned by the impossible request. Still, the main character already has a dangerous plan. Their first stop is a grimy urban village. Inside one house, a little girl is locked in a cage. Her guardian rages about money, booze, and selling property. Then he says he'll sell the child for drinking cash. Worse, he brags about hurting her mother before this. The child bites him, choosing resistance over fear. He raises his arm, ready to destroy her completely. Suddenly, two strangers burst inside and interrupt the nightmare. A flashback reveals this man once had terrifying space powers. But in the apocalypse, he betrayed everyone for supplies. His greed ended with him dying inside a monster's jaws. Now, before disaster begins, he mistakes them for traffickers. He demands payment for the girl like she's merchandise. A bottle appears, and the room prepares for violence. Then pain drops him before he understands what happened. The friend holds a smoking gun, shocking everyone there. But the girl strikes first, smashing glass into his head. She hits him again, years of terror finally exploding. The main character realizes this isn't random anger. The man lies dead, and nobody truly mourns him. The main character orders the girl cleaned and comforted. Then the sky itself begins burning above the city. The rooftop becomes his altar to the coming apocalypse. He welcomes the comet as the greatest chance of survival. Power answers him, crackling through his entire body. He awakens inside a vast blue space beyond reality. But outside, a police car arrives at his building. A cuffed man claims someone tried to sell him a girl. His friend panics about weapons, cops, and a corpse. The main character stays calm, hiding something impossible. Then the dead body vanishes in a flash of light. Police storm inside, weapons raised, demanding everyone freeze. The main character instantly invents a family connection. The little girl confirms the lie without hesitation. The officers leave one warning: report the missing villain. Finally, the girl must choose whether to follow them. She joins them, and their survival team is born. Students arrive at school, ready to conquer another ordinary day. The cafeteria is buzzing. Everyone's grabbing trays and eyeing lunch options. Gavin Clark is passed out on his tray before even eating. His friend yells, "Wake up. Time to eat. I got you food." Gavin's friend jokes he must have been up all night texting Xenia Scott. Gavin finally stirs, confused and hypnotized by the delicious smell. He spots a tray of glistening chicken, rice, and dishes, pure food paradise. Gavin leaps up, slamming the table, shouting, "This is food." His friend freaks out as Gavin lunges toward the shining meal, eyes sparkling. Gavin devours his food at lightning speed, like he's in a Mr. Beast challenge. Gavin is eating so fast his friend freaks out and warns him. Gavin grabs someone else's food and chaos breaks out in the cafeteria. Gavin sits stuffed, amazed he's really back and ate everything in sight. Realization hits Gavin. He's been reborn and he can't believe it. The friend accuses Gavin of eating like a ghost, even stealing his portion. Gavin actually admits, "Yeah, I was reincarnated from a starving ghost." Gavin reveals he literally starved to death during a freezing apocalypse. The friend thinks Gavin's lost it, blaming his weirdness on a breakup. Gavin excitedly tells Yaniel Parker, "You're alive. We can get everything back." Yaniel just wants Gavin to stop being creepy. He's obviously still alive. The main character panics, asking what year and day it is. It's 2024. He warns everyone extreme ice age coming soon, -50 degrees, total freeze. The guy in yellow laughs, says it's 40 degrees. How could it snow in August? Main character says he actually needs help. Yellow jacket guy assures him, "We're super close." Main character shouts, "Lend me 1 billion. Yellow jacket guy nearly spits out his drink. Shocked, the guy in yellow asks if he's serious. Main character, "I'm 100% serious." Yellow jacket guy refuses, claiming he couldn't even get 1 billion selling his own dad. Main character asks, "How much could you actually sell your dad for?" "Only 500 million. Yellow jacket explodes, "You're the one selling your dad. Are you even human?" Zach tells Xenia he booked a private room for dinner upstairs. After dinner, Zach invites Xenia to a private theater. She's flattered. Zach and Xenia get spotted. Someone tells Gavin about Xenia's cheating. Xenia is shocked and panicked seeing Gavin suddenly appear at the restaurant. Gavin's friend calls out Xenia for betraying Gavin after everything he did. Xenia stands firm, telling Gavin she's not going to make excuses. Flashback. Zach throws Xenia out, with Gavin still caring for her. Gavin remembers his past. He helped Xenia, but she betrayed him repeatedly. Gavin's friend urges him to leave, but Gavin says there's no rush. Gavin's friend is furious, disgusted by Xenia, and asks why they're staying. Zach mocks Gavin, calling him Xenia's super simp and a dung beetle. Xenia coldly tells Gavin all his efforts were actually disgusting to her. Gavin, looking serious and fed up, asks if they're finally done talking. Zach taunts Gavin about not leaving and brags about being Xenia's soulmate. Gavin's friend urges him to leave before they get humiliated even more. Gavin's friend is frustrated, wishing Gavin could finally see Xenia's true colors. Zach sarcastically offers Gavin a reward if his simping entertains him. Gavin finally loses it and slaps Zach right across the face. Xenia is shocked, the crowd stunned, and Gavin's friend is speechless. Zach, totally furious, yells at Gavin for daring to hit him. Zach charges at Gavin, yelling "I'll kill you." Looking super intense and dramatic, Gavin absolutely wrecks Zach with a massive kick, shouting "Get lost." Zach crashes to the ground, while a girl worriedly runs over asking if he's okay. The girl yells at Gavin, warning he's messed with the heir of vast dragon group. Zach, determined, thinks he can win since he's a Taekwondo black belt. Gavin throws a brutal punch at Zach, calling him trash without skipping a beat. Gavin reveals his secret power. He survived the apocalypse and mastered cultivation techniques. The nerdy guy is shocked, asking Gavin when he became so cool. The girl yells at Gavin, furious he hurt Zach, warning he'll regret it. The girl demands Gavin kneel and apologize to Zach or lose her forever. Gavin slaps the girl away, demanding to know who she thinks she is. Zach screams, threatening to destroy Gavin, saying crushing him will be easy. Zach flies at Gavin, but Gavin just stands his ground, unfazed. Zach panics, asking what Gavin's doing as Gavin finds a mysterious spray. Zach lunges, screaming for Gavin to give the spray back immediately. Gavin smirks, questioning how many girls Zach hurt with this spray. Zach, furious and desperate, denies everything and tries to grab the spray back. Zach gets sprayed with something and yells, "Why, you're crazy." This is. Zach screams in agony while a girl in pink runs to help. The girl asks what's wrong, but Zach freaks out, shouting, "Stay away." Zach's eyes go wild as he screams and lunges, scaring the whole room. Zach grabs at the girl's dress, which starts ripping apart, awkward times 10. She panics, reminding Zach, "No, we're in the cafeteria." The girl yells for help, her dress ripping more, as Zach loses control. Meanwhile, two guys watch in shock, wondering what happened to Zach Young. The mastermind reveals, it's an aphrodisiac. Now Zach knows how it feels. The friend worries about police, but the mastermind says Zach won't expose himself. The schemer knows Zach Young will want revenge for his pride and status. The smart friend confirms Zach Young will confront the schemer in secret. Gavin and his friend leave the cafeteria, ready for something wild. Gavin turns with a grin and says, to sell the house. They arrive at Love Your Home Realty, and his friend hesitates. Wait, Gavin. Gavin signs paperwork as his friend freaks out about selling the house. Gavin plans to use the $3.1 million to prep for the apocalypse. The realtor is confused why Gavin's in such a rush to sell. Gavin declares, "Let's go." Next stop. While his friend panics again, Gavin beams, surrounded by golden dumplings, announcing, "Spending money." They roll up to a gigantic supermarket, shopping spree about to go nuclear. Gavin orders 1,000 rice, flour, oil, and 10,000 canned goods. The store clerk is freaking out, double-checking if Gavin really wants all this stuff. Gavin confidently says yes, while Yaniel jokes he's shopping for a supermarket. Gavin asks if they can deliver everything, and the clerk promises full VIP service. Gavin asks Yaniel about his family's empty warehouse. He's got big plans. Gavin wants the warehouse address so he can buy even more supplies. Two girls gossip and wonder why Gavin, known for his breakup, is shopping here. Gavin orders 5 Alienware computers, 10 TVs, and game consoles. He's not messing around. Gavin thinks he needs entertainment because the apocalypse is going to be super boring. The clerk is thrilled, calling Gavin their biggest client ever. Take that, haters. The girls are shocked Gavin just spent big money. How did he get so rich? Gavin goes wild shopping, ordering everything including appliances and all the down jackets. The purple-haired girl is shocked, wondering if Gavin is actually broke. She suspects Gavin must secretly be super rich and wants to meet him. Gavin thinks he's ready for the apocalypse, but now has an even bigger plan. As Gavin notices someone, he thinks, "Gavin, long time no see." The purple-haired girl gushes, "Gavin, you got even more handsome in just days." Gavin reveals Sharon and Jolene are bad news and once robbed him. Sharon tries to act friendly, suggesting Gavin join them for food. Gavin agrees and tells Yaniel to take his stuff back. Sharon and Jolene secretly scheme to make Gavin pay for an expensive feast. The three head out together. Gavin's ready to eat, clueless. They show off the restaurant, hyping it up as exclusive and pricey. At a fancy spot, Sharon asks Gavin how he likes the food. Gavin nervously realizes this restaurant might max out his wallet. The girls pretend it's no big deal, insisting they'll happily order everything. Jolene orders the fanciest, most expensive dishes like they won the lottery. The pink-haired woman is super satisfied and says it's the best meal ever. She asks Gavin about his meal. He says he's full and steps out. Gavin walks toward the hotel front desk, ready for something big. The receptionist says the meal total is $18,800. Gavin stuns her with a request. The receptionist is shocked that Gavin ordered 100 tables worth of food. Gavin casually flexes his gold VIP card, offering to pay in advance. Gavin thinks back to the apocalypse and plans to feast for days. The two women gossip, calling Gavin stingy but planning to use his money. The receptionist confirms Gavin's massive order, about to talk about the bill. Gavin leaves the card behind and smugly says they can pay the bill themselves. Gavin realizes he's nearly spent all his house money and needs more loans. Gavin scrolls through his phone, hunting for the next loan app. He's bragging about taking 2.7 million from 36 microloan platforms already. Suddenly, his phone rings. Sharon Zeller is calling, looking serious. Sharon Zeller asks, "Gavin, where are you?" She looks pretty impatient. Gavin grins and tells Sharon, "Something came up, I'm heading home." Gavin laughs on the phone, asking, "Why should I pay for this?" The girl yells, "You invited us, Gavin. Of course you should pay." Gavin gets serious, reminding them they dragged him out, not vice versa. The girl, furious, shouts, "How can you call yourself a man, Gavin?" Gavin smirks, pointing out they ordered the pricier food against his warning. The girl publicly calls Gavin a broke loser. Everyone starts staring. Gavin fires back, "Broke loser? Ask if I bought 100 tables." The waitress confirms, actually, Gavin did order 100 tables. She's stunned. Now desperate, the girl begs Gavin to come back and pay urgently. Gavin unapologetically hangs up, saying he won't spoil rotten idiots like them. The girls panic to the waitress, who says, "No tabs. Someone's gotta pay today." Panic spreads as reality sets in. The bill's due, and Gavin is nowhere to be found. This girl angrily plans to call Hunter and teach Gavin a lesson. Our main guy stands outside the lottery ticket sales building with confidence. He remembers winning the lottery in his past life and has a genius plan. Holding his lottery ticket, he's pumped. Results in 2 days, easy money. He greets Yaniel, who's more focused on his noodles than apocalypses. Yaniel complains about doing all the work while our hero promises excitement. Yaniel questions why spend so much money on mysterious supplies and gear. Our hero insists these supplies will save lives during a frozen apocalypse. Yaniel thinks his friend has lost it but honestly can't believe his story. The hero gives a sly grin. Soon, Yaniel will realize he's absolutely right. Two thugs confront Gavin Clark and his friend in an alleyway. Gavin Clark confidently asks if they're Hunter Walsh's lackeys. The bald thug with a bat friends Gavin for hitting on Hunter's girlfriend. Gavin's friend bravely warns them, threatening to call the police if needed. The bald thug mocks the police, betting he's faster than the cops. Gavin Clark smirks and says there's no need for the police. 4 thugs with bats confront Gavin, calling him a coward and mocking the police. Gavin's friend begs the thugs to leave Gavin alone, offering to negotiate. The bald thug smirks, promising not to touch Parker, but targeting Gavin Clark. Parker yells at Gavin to run while he stays back to protect him. Parker tries to defend Gavin, but Hunter charges in swinging a bat aggressively. Gavin dodges Hunter's attack with ease, teasing that he's never trained before. Gavin lands a powerful kick to Hunter, sending him flying backward. Hunter, shocked and bleeding, screams angrily at Gavin for fighting back. Gavin hits Hunter in the face with a baseball bat as Hunter charges. Hunter crashes to the ground, groaning in pain as Gavin stands victorious. Gavin faces down a gang with bats, his reputation making everyone nervous. With absolute confidence, Gavin challenges the entire group to attack him together. The blonde gang leader yells to his squad, "Let's go. Get this kid." Gavin swings his bat, sending the gang members flying like it's a cartoon. Gavin's friend watches in shock, questioning if this is really the Gavin he knows. The defeated gang sprawls on the ground as Gavin calmly asks if they've had enough. Gavin pulls out his phone and demands $100,000 from each loser for mercy. The blonde gang member protests, but Gavin shows no mercy with a powerful swing. Gavin threatens more consequences, demanding payment or joking he'll break all 3 legs. Payment received. Gavin scores $600,000, showing crime really doesn't pay, except to him. Gavin isn't just any student, he's survived the apocalypse, he's a changed man. Gavin snaps out of it, drags his friend, and promises something wild. The boys walk in and instantly it's party time, a full-on club scene. Gavin's friend loves it here. They're ready to relax after such a crazy day. Gavin goes up to the bar, says he's here to deliver something to Mr. Jacobs. We step into a neon hallway, surrounded by a squad of serious bodyguards. The guy in orange freaks out, while the other asks if he's excited yet. Orange guy panics, says his heart's pounding, but seriously questions their choices. Suddenly, everyone turns to salute Mr. Lowe as we walk up, awkward. Mr. Lowe, the boss-looking dude, asks if we're delivering something new here. Cool guy steps up, says he heard about goods being received and wanted in. Mr. Lowe gets suspicious, points out they're empty-handed. Where's the delivery? Our confident hero smiles, says the goods are inside them. Plot twist. Mr. Lowe laughs, then instantly commands his guards, "Seize them." Orange guy pleads for mercy, revealing his dad is some big deal boss. Gavin reveals Mr. Lowe is trafficking human organs, but says not to panic. Gavin's friend totally panics, freaking out about his organs being for sale. Gavin dares Mr. Lowe to prove he'll buy anything, even these special goods. Gavin boldly declares $10 million and his organs are all for sale. Mr. Lowe counters with $5 million, Apparently, even organs have Black Friday deals. Gavin negotiates. Money up front, body in 3 days. That's a weird layaway plan. Mr. Lowe gets serious, demanding everyone signs the infamous indenture contract. Gavin wants his scared friend to sign a contract too. Friend clearly not interested. Gavin insists his buddy is selling too. The friend is like, I'm not for sale. Things go wild. Sunglasses guy forces the freaked out friend to sign the contract. The guy in yellow is freaking out. His friend just sold him out. The hoodie dude's like, no worries, bro, let's go somewhere crazier. Hoodie guy is dead serious. He's got a deadly plan for Mr. Lowe. Yellow dude panics. You're fighting a gang boss? His crew has ammo. They head to a huge villa. The place looks way too fancy for a prank. I'm only renting this villa, says hoodie guy, looking all confident. Yellow guy's confused. Why rent a fancy villa? Hoodie guy is grinning. Turns out, the villa's got apocalypse level chaos in the past. People went wild. Hoodie guy declares, I died here before. My comeback story starts now. Real estate lady hesitates, but hoodie guy's like, I'll pay double. Just let me in. Gavin tries to impress the agent by offering 5 times more rent. Gavin ups the offer, 10 times the rent, and cash up front. The agent is so excited, she'll do anything to seal the deal. Gavin only wants to renovate the house, and the agent happily agrees. Xenia and her mom arrive, with mom pressuring her to make Zach happy. Gavin's friend spots Xenia and reveals Zach Young owns a villa here. Xenia yells at Gavin, accusing him of stalking and not moving on. Xenia's mom mocks Gavin, saying Xenia would never like someone poor. Gavin calls them out, denying he's stalking Xenia at all. Gavin jokes about the drama, wondering why his rent matters to them. The girl in pink mocks Gavin, saying he can't afford rent here. The agent tells Gavin, aka Mr. Clark, his expensive villa is ready. A shocked woman can't believe Gavin actually rented a luxury villa. The girl accuses Gavin of renting just to get close to her. Awkward. Gavin's friend can't believe how delusional and dramatic the pink dress girl is. As the girls leave, they dismiss Gavin, saying he can't simp with that rent. Gavin ups the game, agreeing to pay 10 times the normal rent up front. The two women are in total disbelief about paying 10 times the rent. Gavin casually flexes. He just sent the insane $250,000 payment from his phone. Gavin gets the keys and celebrates. The massive villa is officially his now. Two ladies freak out after discovering Gavin paid a crazy amount of money. Yaniel and his friend discuss pulling renovation strings with a powerful industry boss. The friend begs Yaniel for help renovating after dropping big bucks on a villa. Yaniel says, stop overthinking, just give me the appointment, you'll see why tonight. The appointment is confirmed, and even the company boss is clearing his schedule. Yaniel jokes about sending a truckload of instant noodles as a thank you gift. Yaniel reassures, instant noodles will make your dad super thankful, just wait. The renovation company is getting ready with VIP treatment. CEO is on the way. The mom wants the renovation perfect. Xenia is hyped because it's the city's best. As Yaniel and his buddy enter, they get asked if they're actually on the VIP list. The woman in pink calls out Gavin Clark for following her jobs. Awkward. Gavin and his friend are baffled, asking why they meet these two again. Xenia and a man in yellow argue about renovating a place you don't own. Gavin Clark walks in confidently and says he's got an appointment. Xenia and another woman whisper that Gavin is just pretending to be rich. Mr. Zhao, the big boss, enters and asks for his appointment. Xena's friend brags that Mr. Zhao came personally because of their pull. Xena's friend taunts Gavin, bragging about their status difference. Xenia greets Mr. Zhao excitedly, acting like she's super important. Mr. Zhao is confused, wondering if Xenia really has an appointment with him. Xenia quickly claims she's the one with the big appointment. Mr. Zhao asks Xenia if she's Gavin Clark, but she blurts her real name. Mr. Zhao blocks the lady, telling her to step aside if not Gavin Clark. Gavin Clark confidently introduces himself to Mr. Zhao, looking super chill. Mr. Zhao is surprised by Gavin's age and invites him in. Two women are shocked that Gavin Clark gets VIP treatment from Mr. Zhao. Mr. Zhao asks Gavin what kind of renovation he wants. Gavin replies boldly, I want to renovate a villa. Mr. Zhao says renovating a villa is a small job, offers detailed budget options. Gavin insists it's better if Mr. Zhao discusses the renovation personally. Mr. Zhao says he's busy and only handles big projects himself. Gavin Clark shoots his shot. Mr. Zhao, I am a big project. The young man announces, at least 30 million, leaving Mr. Zhao amused. Mr. Zhao freaks out, shouting, what, 30 million? Mr. Zhao questions if the young man meant 30 million, not 3 million. The young man confidently tells Mr. Zhao, I am sure. It's 30 million. The director offers to help, but Mr. Zhao insists on handling the project himself. Mr. Zhao can't believe it, asking what could possibly need that much renovation. The young man hands Mr. Zhao blueprints, asking him to take a look. Mr. Zhao sees the plans and yells, are you building a fortress? A bunker? The young man says if the budget is too low, just add more money. Mr. Zhao lists wild features, saying this is a tank-proof apocalypse bunker. Gavin offers Mr. Zhao 20 million up front to build a safe house fast. Mr. Zhao gets hyped and promises to mobilize all resources for Gavin. Gavin's friend freaks out over spending 35 million on a rented villa. Gavin says money will soon be useless, tells friend to convince his dad. Gavin admits to shady loans. His friend warns about the apocalypse being fake. A woman teases Gavin, asking how much he actually spent on renovations. Gavin, totally unimpressed, says it's none of her business, he's not showing off. The woman's mom brags that Xenia spent 1 million, calling Gavin a poor boy. Gavin's friend flexes back. Gavin spent 35 million, 1 million is nothing. The women mock Gavin, laughing off the 35 million as an obvious lie. Gavin smirks and brags, if I spend 35 million, call me daddy. The girl mocks Gavin, saying he only got 3 million for his house. The mom laughs, promising to call Gavin daddy if he actually has 35 million. A staff member hands Gavin his contract, calling him Mr. Clark with a big smile. The mom prepares to expose Gavin, certain he's lying about the money. The mom looks at the contract and is completely shocked by what she sees. The daughter teases, asking if the amount is embarrassingly small. The mom sweats, realizing it's really 35 million and just got owned. The angry woman screams, accusing the contract of being fake and impossible. The woman in the vest warns, slander us again and we'll sue you. The guy in the tracksuit jokes, call me daddy. And the woman is furious. The tracksuit guy sweeps his arm, sending the angry woman stumbling away. A girl helps the embarrassed woman, while the tracksuit guy just walks away coolly. The red-haired girl yells, promising Gavin payback for humiliating her mom. Night falls on a fancy mansion, and the lights are still on inside. Gavin and his friend walk back in, confused why they're returning again. Gavin grins and reveals his next plan make them believe the apocalypse. Gavin's friend is baffled, questioning if the apocalypse is real or Gavin's just nuts. Gavin and his friend are freezing outside in summer, waiting for something huge. Gavin checks his phone and realizes it's almost time for the event. A blazing shooting star lights up the sky. Gavin shouts, it's here. His friend is confused, thinking it's just a regular shooting star. Gavin reveals the apocalypse is coming soon. Cold nights and shooting stars are omens. Gavin's friend panics, convinced the shooting star is coming right at them. Gavin explains these shooting stars grant powers to lucky survivors during the apocalypse. Gavin remembers the last time a shooting star landed nearby and was found by a thief. The friend freaks out, yelling to run because the star is about to hit them. Gavin sprints forward, declaring this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity is his. Yaniel freaks out and yells, Gavin, what are you doing? Do you have a death wish? Gavin leaps upward, glowing, like he's about to unlock a secret level. Yaniel stares up and panics, convinced Gavin just got crushed by a shooting star. Gavin lands crackling with energy, announcing he's gained a 5-fold power boost. Gavin smirks and asks, Yaniel, do you believe me now? Ultimate flex moment. Yaniel is shook, stammering, why you're not dead? Shock level over 9,000. Gavin reveals he's not just alive, he's got an epic special ability now. Yaniel squints, doubtful, challenging Gavin, you don't look stronger, how are you stronger? Gavin calmly puts a hand on Yaniel's shoulder, plot twist incoming. In the craziest reveal, Gavin lifts Yaniel with one hand, asking, what are you doing? Gavin smirks and asks, do you believe me now? With total confidence. The guy in glasses freaks out, shocked he was lifted with one hand. Gavin holds the panicking guy over a ledge, and he yells, what are you doing? Gavin coldly grins and commands, get down. This is getting wild. Glasses guy screams for Gavin not to throw his life away, drama maxed. They smash into the ground with a huge impact, landing superhero style. Glasses guy looks stunned, realizing he's totally fine after the insane jump. Gavin asks again, do you believe me now? His friend frantically agrees. Inside a mansion, a woman asks Xenia what she's staring at outside. Xenia says she saw a shooting star land near Gavin's place. The other woman just wants Gavin crushed. Xenia assures her mom that Zach Young will handle Gavin if he returns. Zach Young walks in and immediately asks, where's Xenia? Xenia waves, excitedly calling Zach from across the room. Zach rushes to Xenia, telling her to shower because he missed her. The maid awkwardly reminds Zach she's still there, and he sends her away. Xenia stops Zach and announces that Gavin has moved in nearby. Zach is shocked Gavin would dare to show his face around here. The maid warns Zach that Gavin rented a villa just to get close to Xenia. Zach grabs his phone, determined to make Gavin regret ever moving here. On the phone, Zach Young calls for backup, ready to take action. The fight begins as young Master Young gets hyped up in the ring. This sneaky guy calls in a shady job for 200,000. The Mohawk fighter accepts the job and promises results in 2 hours. Mohawk fighter tells his opponent he's done playing around, time to finish this. The challenger throws a punch, furious at being underestimated by the self-proclaimed king. Mohawk lands a single devastating punch, knocking the so-called boxing king out cold. The crowd is shocked. Biao destroyed a champ with just one punch. The early stages of the Ice Age apocalypse are starting and it's wild. Gavin and Yaniel discuss humanity's terrible fate while drinking cans on the couch. Yaniel tells Gavin hell do whatever Gavin says to survive. Gavin's first order: go back home and sell your father. Yaniel panics, saying his dad will never believe the apocalypse is coming. Gavin warns Yaniel that money will soon be useless, supplies will be everything. Yaniel bravely chugs his drink, determined to bankrupt his family for survival. Gavin suddenly gets super serious. Don't talk yet. Gavin reveals more bad news. People are surrounding the villa outside. A group of thugs prepare to smash the door, trapping Gavin and Yaniel inside. The hammer guy shouts, "I'll do it," and rushes toward the massive doors. He steps outside, grinning wickedly, as two muscle-bound dudes watch from behind. The hammer guy tries to break in but gets launched backward with a bang. Two new guys appear, and the cool one demands, "Who are you people?" The red mohawk guy mocks, "You noticed us? Are you a trained fighter too?" The cool guy recognizes him instantly and says, "It's you. Duan Hubyao." Duan Hubyao looks shocked, asking, "You know me?" As tension rises, flaming powers flare up, revealing Duan Hubyao's apocalyptic strength but also a bit of conscience. Hubyao threatens, "Zach Young sent me. Just let me beat you up, it'll only hurt a little." The new hero smirks back, "I won't make it hard for you either." Scram! The red-haired fighter charges, yelling, "Let's see what gives you the right." The calm guy easily dodges, smirking, "Too slow, like a boss." Red hair is shocked by his speed, determined to try again. The calm guy counters, landing a powerful punch straight to red hair's chest. Bystanders are freaking out. Boss Biao just got taken down in seconds. The calm guy asks, "Do you give up?" while red hair is barely holding it together. Red hair, Duan Hubyao, refuses to surrender, promising he'll never submit. The calm guy kicks Duan Hubyao so hard, he's sent flying. The calm guy stands over Duan Hubyao, asking, "How about it?" Duan Hubyao lies defeated but still shouts, "I refuse to submit." The mysterious guy offers a deal to save Red Mohawk's sister. Red Mohawk freaks out. How does this guy know about his sick sister? Mystery Dude reveals he knows everything: fights, money, and her illness. Red Mohawk asks, "Can you really save my sister, or is this clickbait?" Smirking, the guy claims he's the only one with the cure plan. Beaten and desperate, Red Mohawk says, "Just tell me your challenge." The guy demands Red Mohawk beat up Zach Young and take his money. Red Mohawk rallies his squad. "All right brothers, let's go get that bag." Red Mohawk's friend asks if he trusts the deal. He'll risk anything for hope. Meanwhile, the schemer says it's time to get down to business. Zach and Xenia are getting cozy when suddenly chaos erupts in the house. Zach looks shocked as loud bangs come from outside the room. A woman storms toward the door, annoyed at the interruption in the middle of the night. She opens the door to find three intimidating strangers staring her down. The spiky-haired intruder barges in, rudely telling the woman to get out of the way. The woman yells at the intruder, furious at his lack of manners and respect. The punk tells the woman to scram, sending her flying across the room. Zach comes downstairs and demands to know if Duan Hubyao has finished the job. Zach offers Duan 200,000, saying he could have transferred it instead. Suddenly, Duan Hubyao attacks Zach, sending him and his phone flying. Zach and a girl are freaking out. Something wild is happening right now. Duan Hubyao commands his crew. He points and yells, "Get him." Zach gets jumped by three guys. It's pure chaos on the floor. Zach begs Duan Hubyao to stop, offering cash and crazy threats. Duan Hubyao puts his hand up and orders his guys to stop. Zach tries to act tough, warning Duan Hubyao he messed with the wrong guy. Duan Hubyao isn't fazed. He shouts that Big Bro Clark wants Zach strung up. Zach loses his cool as Duan Hubyao's guys grab and lift him. Zach demands to know who Big Bro Clark is, panic mode fully activated. Zach Young is hanging upside down, stressed about only accessing 10 million. The muscular guy demands Zach transfer 10 million immediately, no time for negotiations. Gavin's friend tells him about tomorrow's practical training. Gavin is not interested. Gavin suddenly gets curious and wants to know the training location. Once Gavin hears it's near northern New City, he gets excited, ready to go scout. Gavin answers a call. Biao tells him Zach sent 10 million. Gavin is hyped. The scene cuts to a lottery betting station. Something big is about to go down. Gavin remembers he hasn't checked his lottery ticket, dreams of winning for supplies. A moment later, Gavin freaks out. He remembers past winning numbers but didn't win. Gavin wonders if the director outsmarted him. He's determined to figure it out. Gavin is on a mission to find a new way to get rich. College students are starting internships, all worried about their future, especially in finance. Two angry girls spot Gavin and are ready for confrontation. Gavin answers confidently, acting like he owns the street. The green dress girl demands Gavin explain his dine and dash, while they want their money back. Gavin hits them with, "What's that got to do with me?" Now the glasses girl tries to sweet-talk Gavin into helping them out. The pink dress girl ups the stakes, promising they'll do anything if Gavin pays them. Gavin turns the tables, asking the girls to lend him 40,000. The girls storm off, furious, telling Gavin this isn't over. He just started something wild. The guy with glasses runs up and Gavin asks about his swollen eyes. Glasses guy admits he was crying and explains his apocalypse announcement plan. Gavin grins and asks if the crying strategy actually worked. Glasses guy rants it totally failed. His dad ignored him, then lost patience. Gavin gives him a pep talk, reminding him to go easy on his dad. Counselor Chi Changdong yells for everyone to get on the bus immediately. On the bus, Glasses guy begs Gavin for water because of salty food. A girl cheerfully hands Gavin a bottle of water, total lifesaver moment. Glasses guy dramatically hands Gavin the water bottle, insisting he take it. The girl tells Gavin she knows about Xenia and hopes he'll feel better. Gavin says he's glad to see Xena's true colors, surprising Chi quickly. Chi quickly offers Gavin money she saved, but he kindly refuses it. Gavin's friend teases him about Chi quickly, but Gavin shuts him down. Students exit the bus as an intern manager prepares to assign positions. Everyone's gossiping. Third floor internships are the dream. First floor is basically free labor. The manager announces top students will intern on the third floor. Two confident girls celebrate making it to the third floor, but worry about a promise. Chi quickly looks determined as the other girls glare at her suspiciously. The two girls plot to pick Chi quickly, believing she's easy to manipulate. The manager calls out more names heading to the second floor internships. Gavin and friends are frustrated because their names weren't called for promotion. The teacher announces Yaniel, Gavin, and Chi quickly will intern on the first floor. Chi quickly worries, thinking they'll never learn anything on the first floor. Other students laugh, surprised Yaniel is stuck with Gavin and Chi quickly. Gavin challenges Chi Changdong, asking why they were put on the first floor. The teacher insists the assignment is fair, claiming Gavin could shine anywhere. Gavin gets suspicious, calling out the teacher for possibly lying about fairness. The teacher gets upset at Gavin's accusations, threatening to kick him out. The teacher defends himself, saying rich kid Yaniel is also on the first floor. Gavin exposes the teacher's bribery attempt, causing chaos with his bold accusation. The teacher loses it and yells, "Yaniel, you insolent," in pure rage. Yaniel grins, holding up his phone. "Want to hear this recording?" Another student confronts them. "Gavin, you guys are way out of line." Wang Da steps up, blaming, "Don't you have any respect for your teachers?" The girls accuse Yaniel and friends, saying they're ungrateful and shouldn't even get internships. Gavin steps up, looking serious, and tells the bullies to scram. Wang Da mocks Gavin for getting dumped, calling him a simp in public. Gavin doesn't hesitate. He strikes Wang Da hard, shocking everyone around. Furious, Wang Da charges back, yelling that Gavin hit him first. Gavin slaps Wang Da again, making it super clear, he really means scram. Wang Da cries out dramatically, claiming Gavin has completely lost his mind. Gavin goes full beast mode, slamming Wang Da to the ground and demanding attention. A teacher grabs Gavin, ordering him to stop and apologize immediately. Gavin turns around and hits the teacher, shouting about being a real teacher. Gavin's friend in yellow laughs hysterically, cheering on his buddy's wild actions. Gavin walks through the crowd and everyone is shocked by his actions. The counselor fires Gavin from the internship and warns him about consequences. Gavin just shrugs it off and knocks the counselor out cold. Two men are lying on the ground and Gavin says, "Yaniel, let's go." Yaniel nervously asks Gavin what they should do about Chi quickly. Gavin smiles at Chi quickly and says, "Chi quickly, come with me." Two girls suggest Chi quickly join them for her own safety as the counselor storms off. The girls convince Chi quickly not to hang out with Gavin or she'll struggle after graduation. Gavin tells Chi quickly to call him if anything happens, and she waves back. Gavin turns to Yaniel with determination, saying it's time to take care of business. This is the largest logistics park in the province, supplying supermarkets daily. "Gavin, are you here to target the supplies?" "That's honestly genius." The guy in yellow panics. How could they steal supplies with such tight security? Gavin spots a hiring sign and gets a brilliant idea, time to blend in. Confident, Gavin walks up and asks, "Are you hiring here?" The desk guy replies, "We're hiring, but only women. No men allowed." Gavin and his friend panic. The plan is ruined, they need a new strategy. Gavin quickly tells his buddy, "Go get Chi quickly. We need her help." Cut to an office full of people working, but who will help him next? Meanwhile, two women gossip about Mr. Zhang needing a very specific candidate fast. Sharon and Jolene are on a mission to confirm Chi quickly's virginity. Sharon checks in on Chi quickly at work to distract her. Chi quickly gushes, thanking Sharon and Jolene for teaching her life lessons. Sharon laughs, saying helping classmates is just what friends do best. Sharon slyly asks Chi quickly if she's ever had a boyfriend before. Jolene lights up, suggesting they introduce Chi quickly to a boyfriend. Chi quickly politely refuses, saying she just wants to earn her own money. Sharon pushes, insisting a rich boyfriend pays more than working ever could. Chi quickly keeps refusing, but Sharon and Jolene drag her to meet someone. Jolene happily presents Chi quickly to Mr. Zhang, the potential boyfriend. Mr. Zhang sips tea and says he thinks this girl looks pure. Chi quickly gets shoved forward, shocked, to meet her boyfriend, Mr. Zhang. Mr. Zhang rewards the two women with 30,000 yuan each for their work. The purple-haired woman leaves Chi quickly alone with Mr. Zhang, who looks way too happy. Chi quickly reaches for the door, but it slams shut behind her, no escape. Mr. Zhang grins creepily, telling Chi Quickly there's even more money if she serves him. Chi Quickly, cornered and scared, threatens to call the police to escape. Mr. Zhang says all the security guards are his friends, no backups coming. Chi Quickly pleads with Mr. Zhang to just let her work in peace. Mr. Zhang slaps the phone out of Chi Quickly's hand. She's totally trapped now. The creepy man threatens the girl, saying she'll never escape his room. Her phone lights up with a call from Gavin. Could this be her help? Chi Quickly is calling, and our hero is totally confused. He answers Chi Quickly, worried something's seriously wrong this time. But suddenly, his phone gets absolutely destroyed by a stomping foot. Creepy bald man threatens Chi Quickly with the worst offer ever. Chi Quickly grabs a potted plant, shouting she'd never agree to this. The hero and his friend realize Chi Quickly call got disconnected. Our hero sprints back, convinced Chi Quickly is in serious danger. Chi Quickly fights back, sending the man flying along with her plant. The bald man clutches his bruised face, clearly not expecting that attack. He gets furious and says he's going to make Chi Quickly suffer. The guard blocks two guys at the door, demanding, "Stop. What are you doing?" The chubby friend yells, "How dare you? Don't you recognize the young master?" The young master forcefully walks in, telling the guard, "Move." Young master orders, "Go straight to the third floor." Chi Quickly is there. Another guard tries to stop them, saying Mr. Zhang can't be disturbed. The young master smirks, "I'm Mr. Yang's father. I don't need to wait." The guard is confused, thinking, Mr. Yang's father? But he's so young. The guard freaks out, yelling for security because someone's causing trouble. Two women guess Mr. Zhang must be with Chi Quickly and plan for bubble tea. The women are stunned and shocked, recognizing Gavin and asking why he's here. Gavin storms in, demanding, "Where is Chi Quickly?" With intense determination, two shocked women confront Gavin, questioning why he's even asking about Chi Quickly. Gavin gets serious, threatening to ask just one more time about Chi Quickly. The purple-haired woman snaps, yelling that Gavin can't just act wild here. Gavin does something wild anyway, shocking everyone by taking bold action. The woman in green is furious at Gavin for what he's just done. Gavin doubles down, making sure no one is stopping him now. With determination, Gavin insists once more, "Where is Chi Quickly?" The women quickly point out Mr. Yang's office, revealing Chi Quickly is inside. The purple-haired woman warns Gavin, reminding him Mr. Zhang is powerful here. Gavin smashes through the door like he's auditioning for an action movie. Chi Quickly screams for help as the angry man yells at Gavin. Gavin calls out the man, demanding he let go of Chi Quickly. The angry man mocks Gavin, acting like he owns the place. Gavin grabs the man's hand, completely flipping the power dynamic. Desperate now, the man screams for security to save him. Gavin shuts him up with one punch. This guy's got no chill. Gavin checks if Chi Quickly is okay. She's relieved but shaken. Security storms in, demanding to know who's causing all the trouble. The angry man orders security to attack Gavin and his friend. The girl with purple hair is furious, mocking a troublemaker for challenging Mr. Zhang. The green-dressed girl and purple-haired girl knock out a security guard with no hesitation. Purple-haired girl is shocked. Every single security guard lies defeated on the ground. A terrified man on the ground begs, "What more do you want from me?" Gavin appears, threatening to end the man's bad behavior for good. Gavin lands a ruthless strike, leaving the man totally defeated and stunned. Gavin walks away, while the man writhes in pain and screams dramatically on the floor. Gavin turns menacingly to the two women, his eye glowing with anger. "You two." Both women panic, begging Gavin not to hurt them because they're women and classmates. Gavin calls out their hypocrisy, reminding them how they treated Chi Quickly. The purple-haired woman gets hit and threatened, but still holds some value. Gavin commands his friends to leave, leaving chaos behind him like a boss. The purple-haired woman checks on Mr. Zhang and insists on calling police. Mr. Zhang angrily rejects the idea of police, demands a trip to hospital. Mr. Zhang makes a shady call to erase a kid for good. The group safely walks outside, and the girl thanks Gavin. Gavin smiles and asks about everyone's future plans. No biggie, just classmates. The girl feels hopeless after her internship ends and job prospects disappear. Gavin steps in like a hero, offers to find her a job. She lights up instantly. "You'll find one for me?" "Okay." The squad rolls up to a hiring booth. Opportunity is knocking hard. The girl is shocked Gavin wants her to work there. He's totally serious. She's nervous, saying they need a warehouse manager, but she majored in finance. Gavin drops wisdom. "All work is valuable. You can shine anywhere." The hiring guy is impatient. "Time's running out. Gotta decide now." Gavin gives Quickly a push. "Hurry up and register." She agrees, game face on. Gavin cheers her on. "Work hard. We'll come visit you in a few days." The guy in glasses mocks Chi Quickly for taking a security guard job. Gavin says Chi Quickly got the opportunity thanks to her silliness. At the logistics park, Gavin and the guy in yellow decide to head back. Suddenly, Gavin is held at gunpoint and told not to move. Gavin asks if the armed men are working for Mr. Lowe. The men threaten Gavin, saying his days are up, demanding he come quietly. The guy in yellow is shocked, telling Gavin he can easily defeat these four. Gavin smiles, saying to go with them. The real show hasn't even started. The van arrives at a suspicious building and they're ordered out of the car. Gavin and his friend realize they've been taken to an abandoned factory. The guy in sunglasses is yelling at Gavin to get moving, trouble's brewing. Gavin's eyes light up, he's about to make a crazy move. Gavin disarms the sunglasses guy with an epic, lightning-fast counterattack. Sunglasses guy gets taken out, shocked, he never saw Gavin coming. More goons show up, threatening Gavin with, "You're asking to die." Gavin takes down all the goons like he's playing an IRL video game. Gavin's friend is stunned, one shot, one kill. Gavin's basically a human aimbot. Gavin hands his friend a magazine, saying, "Take this. Time to team up." Gavin remembers he survived the apocalypse by mastering marksmanship. He's the real sharpshooter. Gavin's friend panics. He doesn't know how to use the gun at all. Gavin asks if his buddy plays shooter games. His friend confidently declares himself an FPS pro, but now it's time to prove if those skills translate to real life. The skinny guy tells his friend to pretend they're playing a game. They spot a truck and realize it's from Zoe Biotech, a global giant. The skinny guy reveals Zoe Biotech saved humanity after the apocalypse, but hides secrets. Suddenly, soldiers show up and demand to know who's there. Just like that, the skinny guy blasts the soldiers away with expert aim. He checks a fallen soldier's ID and confirms they're Zoe Biotech employees. An elegant woman thanks Mr. Lowe for providing fresh parts. Zoe Biotech is thrilled. Mr. Lowe smugly says 2 more parts will arrive, completing the creepy set. Mr. Lowe spots the skinny guy and his friend, shocked to see them walk in. Mr. Lowe introduces the boys as the final alive and kicking parts to Ms. Pei. The blonde woman confronts Mr. Lowe, asking why the thugs have guns. Mr. Lowe is caught off guard, stuttering in surprise and confusion. The young guy whips out a gun and fires with a determined look. Mr. Lowe, hit in the leg, yells for his men to catch the shooter. The young marksman is unstoppable, taking out multiple attackers with perfect aim. The blonde woman is stunned by the insane marksmanship, while Mr. Lowe shouts for backup. The young guy tells his nervous friend to hide as he handles the incoming enemies. Mr. Lowe loses it, ranting that no one ever dared fight him on his turf before. Our hero blasts away, dropping more henchmen with pinpoint accuracy. The guards, shocked by his speed, open fire while the blonde yells to stop him. The woman dramatically lands on top of the sunglasses-wearing henchman, totally shocked. She stands tall, demanding, "What do you want?" With bodies everywhere, the main guy pulls a gun and coolly responds, "I should be asking you that." The older man shouts furiously, "What do we want?" "That's none of your business." The main guy does not hesitate, shooting the older man mid-rant. With an icy stare, the main guy says, "Say that again." "I'm listening." The older man, now hurt, claims he's Mr. Lowe and threatens the hero. Main guy turns to his nerdy friend, quietly telling him, "Kill him." Nerd's face is priceless. Close-up of the main guy's determined face as he orders, "Do it." Mr. Lowe grins wildly, aiming a gun and declares, "You can go to hell." The guy in the yellow hoodie fires a gun with total panic. The long-haired man looks shocked, blood dripping down his face. Panicking, the guy in yellow says, I killed someone," staring at the body. The mysterious guy calls her Ms. Pei, leaving her totally shocked. He's like, "You don't need to know me. Call me daddy." Ms. Pei yells back, "Don't be insolent." Super dramatic. Ms. Pei suddenly screams as her leg gets hurt, total chaos. Clutching her leg, Ms. Pei claims she's a big biotech executive. Another shot. Ms. Pei is hurt again and things just got real. The guy stands tall, says, "I'm not interested in your threats." Ms. Pei begs for her life, spills secrets about illegal human experiments. The guy asks, "What kind of experiments are you talking about?" Ms. Pei reveals they're researching human evolution and bioweapons. Things got wild. The protagonist confronts a giant mantis war god and reveals the dark secret. He realizes Zoe Biotech experimented on humans before the apocalypse, not after. A panicked blonde woman is shocked he discovered their top secret project. The nervous guy opens a box and finds it's packed with human organs. The blonde woman desperately offers the hero unimaginable power if he joins Zoe Biotech. The hero, looking cool, points his weapon and rejects the offer without hesitation. Now terrified, the blonde woman begs for her life, swearing she can still help. The protagonist smirks and asks, "Useful how?" Clearly not impressed. The blonde, sweating, yells that she's very good with her mouth, awkward much. The hero ends her pleas for good, refusing to let villains talk their way out. Gavin just roasted someone after firing a shot, totally owning the moment. Boom. Gavin scores the VIP keycard to break into Zoe Biotech. 3 days later, a furious boss learns Zoe Biotech was sabotaged. Chaos. The angry boss demands answers, flipping out as a major investor. Someone storms in. "Mr. Zhang, I'm here." Drama level maximum. Mr. Zhang hatches a wicked plan. "Hunter, go after Gavin, now." Hunter accepts, bragging he'll take Gavin down in only a few days. Meanwhile, Gavin's villa is now so strong, not even a tank can break in. Gavin gets an update. 1 more week, till his high-tech fortress is finished. Auntie Lou from the neighborhood committee drops by, meets Gavin, who plays it cool. Auntie Lou tells Gavin to join the neighborhood group chat for better communication. Gavin agrees, but Auntie Lou immediately asks for his extra cardboard boxes. Gavin says he doesn't need the boxes but can't let her take them yet. Auntie Lou insists, but Gavin says construction is urgent and she should delay. Auntie Lou calls Gavin stingy and tries to force her way inside. Gavin offers to bring the boxes to Auntie Lou in a week instead. Auntie Lou demands the boxes now, fearing someone else will sell them. Gavin, with intense energy, tells Auntie Lou to scram. Auntie Lou angrily scolds Gavin for being rude and cursing at her. Gavin warns Auntie Lou, threatening to escalate if she doesn't leave immediately. Auntie Lou storms off, shouting that young people will get what's coming to them. The dispute leaves both neighbors frustrated, tension hanging in the air as the confrontation finally comes to an end. Zach Young drops $500,000 on the table and hires One-Eyed Dragon. One-Eyed Dragon says it's their job. Just tell him what to do. Zach Young wants Gavin gone forever, no evidence left behind. One-Eyed Dragon promises Gavin will vanish like he never existed. Zach Young brags. Gavin doesn't know how powerful he really is. As night falls, someone asks, "Are you sure?" outside a tall hotel. One-Eyed Dragon learns Gavin is rich and staying in a presidential suite. One-Eyed Dragon tells his crew don't let Gavin escape, watch for movement. Gavin relaxes at home, thinking everything since his rebirth is going perfectly. Gavin plans a big move in 3 days, everything depends on its success. The main character hears a strange noise outside and gets suspicious. A mysterious person with long hair sneaks through the hall, weapon in hand. The main character grins, realizing Zach Young's people have arrived for him. He overhears plans to ambush him, but realizes there's more than one group. Some guys rush in, arguing it's easy, but warn not to underestimate the student. The spiky-haired guy tells Hunter they're extra prepared this time, no losing. The curly-haired guy gives scary orders, but clearly he's never met Mr. Beast energy. The main character flips the lights off and says, "Let's have some fun." The red-haired boss and crew think turning off the lights means he's asleep. The armed goons all charge in, not knowing this student is about to surprise them. Two groups face off in a tense standoff, everyone ready for action. The eyepatch guy stops his group. "Hold on, there's someone ahead." Eyepatch guy threatens the red shirt kid, telling him not to move. The kid in red shoots back, "You're the one who shouldn't move." Eyepatch guy yells at the kid for being arrogant. Things are heating up. The red shirt kid calls out the villain for messing up the script. Eyepatch guy smirks and says, "You're not getting away today. You're dead." Red shirt kid thinks these guys are here to kill, but so is he. Dramatic twist. The villains charge, shouting, "Kill him," as the battle is about to explode. Chaos erupts as bullets fly. The kid yells, "Pew, pew." Mid-shootout, One-Eyed Dragon yells, "Boss, the kid's got reinforcements. Grab your weapon." "Hunter, he has a lot of backup." "Fire," screams a nervous henchman. The main kid just smiles, letting chaos unfold, calling them fools. Exhausted, One-Eyed Dragon barely stands, all enemies down. Dudes running on fumes. A survivor crawls, glaring up. "One-Eyed Dragon? What are you doing here?" Showdown. Hunter Walsh and One-Eyed Dragon argue, both hunting for the same kid. Realization hits One-Eyed Dragon, face exploding. "Damn, that kid totally duped us." 3 days later, the main kid casually meets a chubby friend under sunny trees. Friend reveals, "You got expelled." Kid laughs, says school's useless with apocalypse coming. The guy in glasses is furious that someone is gloating in chat. Smirking, Gavin reveals he's got a secret plan for revenge. Counselor Chi brags in chat about getting Gavin Clark expelled for troublemaking. Gavin fires back in the group chat, calling Counselor Chi an idiot. Chi Changdong angrily calls Gavin an unemployed bum in the group chat. Gavin drops a bombshell, exposing Counselor Chi's secret affair with the principal's wife. The friend is shocked, asking Gavin how he knew such explosive gossip. Gavin smirks, revealing he learned everything during a wild apocalyptic past life. Counselor Chi panics, demanding the group disband and everyone to stay quiet. Gavin's friend is pumped, ready to post the juicy chat logs for everyone to see. These two guys are headed out for some important business, whatever that means. The dude in yellow admits his dad almost put him in a mental hospital. The confident guy promises to help convince Yellow Jacket's dad after their mission. They arrive in an urban village, and Yellow Jacket has zero faith in excitement. They admire a big fancy house. They say it's the wealthy spot of the area. Inside, someone angrily shakes a flask, bummed their booze ran out again. Big twist. Inside that house, a girl is locked in a cage, bottles everywhere. The scruffy guy is glaring, while the caged girl gives him a serious death stare. She freaks out, threatens him, and a bottle clatters against her cage bars. He rants about her measly dowry, then plans to sell her family's house for cash. This scary dude says he'll sell the kid for enough cash to drink. The man yells, "Get out," while gripping the kid's head like a bad landlord. He threatens the kid, bragging he hurt their mom for not buying booze. The kid fights back, biting the man's hand with a look of pure determination. The man raises his arm, raging, promising to send the kid to their mother. Suddenly, a loud bang. Two strangers burst in, shocking the angry man. The new guy stares down the man, asking, "Who are you?" with major attitude. Flashback reveal: Feng Ke was a national hero with hyperspace powers before disaster. Plot twist: Feng Ke betrayed everyone, stealing supplies and leaving a city to freeze. Karma strikes. Feng Ke meets an icy end in a monster's jaws, supplies lost forever. Our main guy is shocked to find a little girl no one expected. The muscular villain thinks the newcomers are traffickers and confesses cruel intentions. The tough guy demands cash for the little girl, acting like it's a villain's auction. The chubby kid storms in, calls the guy a beast, and means it. "You're the trafficker." The brood shouts, pointing fingers like it's blame bingo night. The chubby hero claps back. "Do I look like a trafficker to you, fool?" Muscles threatens with a bottle, ready for chaos if they don't back off. Suddenly, the villain yelps in pain, totally caught off guard from below. The chubby hero holds a smoking gun. Our main guy is super impressed. The injured man demands to know, "Who the hell are you?" The chubby guy stands firm with a gun, refusing to back down. The girl smashes a bottle on the man's head, interrupting everything. Both the chubby guy and his friend stand shocked, saying, "What the?" The bleeding man, now furious, growls at the girl for fighting back. The girl smashes the bottle hard on the man's head again. The man threatens the girl, crawling and promising to get revenge. The girl lifts the broken bottle high, determined not to back down. The chubby guy and his friend yell for the girl to stop, chaos exploding. The calm guy realizes the girl has been holding back years of anger. The girl stands over a man on the floor, bottle in hand, shaking. Yaniel shouts, "He's dead," while another says, "He deserved to die." The brunette leader tells Yaniel, "Take the girl, clean her up, comfort her." The main guy faces a sky raining fire as a comet blazes above. Smirking on the rooftop, he shouts, "It's here, Apocalypse's greatest opportunity." Bathed in cosmic glow, he stretches his arms wide, ready to embrace the power. Lightning crackles around him. Proud, he beams and says, "I did it." The hero floats in endless blue space, amazed at its massive football field size. He looks down shocked, spotting a police car pulling up outside his building. Inside, a cuffed man tells police, "He tried to sell me a girl." The police shout, "All units, get ready, move in," and rush inside. The big guy tells Gavin, "Now that she's clean, your sister's actually cute." Gavin warns, "The authorities are outside." The big guy panics about guns and a body. Gavin stays cool and says, "Relax, we've got a different story now." The big guy freaks out as Feng Ke's body suddenly vanishes in a flash. Cops kick the door, enter yelling, "Freeze." While everyone looks absolutely terrified, one officer aims his gun and demands, "Who is Feng Ke?" The bald man says nervously, "Nobody is. Feng Ke isn't here," while everyone surrenders. Another officer points at them, angrily asking, "What are you two doing here?" Gavin grins, claiming, "I am her distant cousin, just checking on her, officer." Yaniel introduces himself nervously to a police officer, hands raised, looking innocent. The officer kneels and gently asks the little girl her name, keeping things calm. The girl steps forward and says confidently, "My name is Shishi." The officer turns to Shishi with Gavin present, asking if she knows the boy. Shishi excitedly shouts, "I do. He's my cousin. My mom told me." The officer gives them a warning. Report any leads on Feng Ke immediately. Yaniel, looking relieved, says they made it through and wants to leave fast. Shishi gently rests her hand on Yaniel, both looking uncertain about what's next. Yaniel almost forgets about Shishi and worries what will happen to her now. Gavin asks Shishi if she wants to come with them, leaving the choice to her. The little girl looks up eagerly and gives a shy Glasses guy wants to help her, but Gavin won't accept freeloaders. Gavin challenges the girl, "Do you know how to make instant noodles?" The girl lights up with excitement, confidently shouting, "I do." Gavin smiles, announcing, "Then let's go together." And the team forms. Their first adventure begins, hot pot hunt. But can Shishi handle spicy food? 3 days until the ice apocalypse and this kid is freaking out. Gavin tells his nervous friend they've got to convince his dad today. Dad's not buying it, calls them brats and kicks them out. Ouch. The nervous kid pleads, "Dad, it's true. The ice apocalypse is real." Dad yells for them to leave, demanding not to be disturbed from his tea. Suddenly, Dad's hand reaches for his tea, and the cup vanishes with a sparkle. Dad freezes, confused. "Where's my tea? Maybe apocalypse starts with missing drinks?" Gavin grins and admits, "I took it. That's my superpower, see?" Dad leans back, unimpressed. "Magic tricks? Please, I'm not falling for that." But wait, Gavin's power isn't a trick. Supernatural energy swirls, making Dad nervous. Uncle Parker falls onto the sofa with a massive thud, looking shocked. The young guy taunts, "Uncle Parker, do you believe me now?" Confusion everywhere. Uncle Parker thinks he's being pranked, refuses to believe the sofa actually vanished. Suddenly, there's a swoosh. Uncle Parker finds himself face first on the floor. Still doubting, Uncle Parker dares them, "Make the whole room disappear and I'll believe you." Boom. The room is now completely empty. Uncle Parker is left speechless. Uncle Parker's jaw drops. "It's gone? It's really all gone. Believe me now." Uncle Parker, stunned, gives a bam to the guy in yellow from disbelief. The yellow jacket guy yells, "Dad, why did you hit me?" Uncle Parker throws his hands up, "I'm not dreaming. I believe there are only 2 days left until the ice apocalypse hits hard." The main character just got a jaw-dropping 760 million RMB transfer. The kid in yellow is pumped. His dad just sent over 700 million. Gavin says split up. One gets winter gear, he'll handle the villa and weapons. The villa's construction is done, perfectly tailored for the apocalypse, says Mr. Zhao. Gavin smiles, super satisfied with Mr. Zhao's apocalypse-ready renovations. Mr. Zhao brags he oversaw everything. This villa can outlast the apocalypse. Gavin shakes hands with Mr. Zhao, promising to send that mega payment soon. Gavin calls out, he needs one last word with Mr. Zhao before he leaves. Gavin warns don't leave home for 2 days, just stock up non-stop. The suit guy asks if there's a typhoon, and Gavin confirms, super typhoon time. The suit guy is hyped. He finally gets to rest during the storm. Suddenly, delivery trucks swarm Gavin's massive house. This is not your average Amazon haul. Gavin's friend returns yelling, "I bought only the fanciest, most expensive supplies." Gavin grins and says, "Bring it all inside, I'll stash it with my superpowers." Neighbors watch them unload and joke, "Are they secretly opening a supermarket here?" Kid spots a giant candy box and tells his grandma, "I want a lollipop." Grandma lifts him up with a big smile, promising, "Grandma will get you one." Gavin's friend rushes in, worried, "Gavin, I've got a big problem." He freaks out, "I can't spend all the money, haven't even hit $100 million yet." The main character orders his friend to buy all the grain possible. He remembers villains once stole this grain, but now hell stop them. A worker tells Mr. Clark an old lady is blocking the crossbows. A grandma and her grandson get excited opening a huge package. Mr. Clark finds the grandma guarding the boxes and asks her what's happening. Auntie Lou demands a lollipop for her grandson from Gavin's boxes. Gavin's not having it, with a firm, "I do mind." Auntie Lou calls him stingy, wants an apology, and all the boxes. Gavin snaps and tells Auntie Lou to get out, he's totally done. Auntie Lou angrily claims her committee authority, says Gavin ruins neighborhood harmony. The grandson snags a giant lollipop, celebrating while Gavin looks frustrated. Gavin yells at Auntie Lou to get her grandson off the boxes immediately. The grandson, hyped on sugar and power, calls Gavin a villain and refuses. Furious, Gavin shouts for the brat to get down. Auntie Lou looks stunned. Auntie Lou panics, demanding Gavin back off as chaos continues. This kid lands epically on a box, lollipop in hand, and disaster strikes. He lands right onto poking sticks. Talk about a major fail challenge. He screams, "It hurts, it hurts, it hurts." And yeah, we all feel that pain. Grandma scoops him up, crying, "My dear grandson. Ouch, his butt really hurts." Gavin shows up with a villain smile, dropping a classic, "Serves you right." Grandma turns savage, demanding Gavin pays up for her grandson's sore bottom. The chaos zooms out, big houses, giant boxes, and Gavin just chilling totally unfazed. 2 girls spot all the stuff Gavin's buying. "What's this guy planning now?" The blue-haired girl laughs, "He's just crazy, hoarding stuff." "Is he prepping for winter? Let's hit the salon." Zach can deal with Gavin's drama. Self-care always win. There's only 1 day until the ice apocalypse, and we're loaded with grain. Gavin says they need to collect the grain after meeting Chi Quickly. Chi Quickly happily greets Gavin and asks about his recent work. Chi Quickly reveals she got promoted, but wonders how long she must stay. Gavin shocks her by saying she can leave tomorrow, and she's hyped. Gavin stops Chi Quickly from resigning, needing one final favor first. Gavin asks Chi Quickly for the warehouse keys for tonight's mission. Chi Quickly is shocked Gavin sneaking into the warehouse at night. Gavin tells Chi Quickly to wait in the warehouse for the big reveal. Gavin reminds her, "Don't tell anyone, and wait for the ultimate surprise." The girl in the warehouse is shocked. She suspects something wild happened. Tons of food packed in boxes. Someone calls Mr. Clark and Mr. Parker to inspect. Boss Leong's team hands over the granary, giving the keys and responsibility. As soon as everyone leaves, Mr. Clark and Mr. Parker get sneaky and excited. The guy in the jacket unleashes his powers, shouting, "Collect," with dramatic energy. All the food vanishes instantly, leaving Mr. Parker absolutely mind-blown. Mr. Clark explains, anything stored in hyperspace stays perfectly fresh forever. Mr. Parker is amazed, asking if hyperspace stops time itself. Suddenly, the supervisor returns, announcing he forgot something and re-enters the warehouse. The supervisor is freaking out, realizing the entire warehouse is mysteriously empty. This guy just witnessed a mountain of food vanish instantly and is shook. Gavin walks up to a warehouse door and knocks mysteriously. A blushing girl excitedly greets Gavin, surprised he actually showed up. Gavin warns Chi Quickly to brace herself for something shocking. No screaming allowed. Gavin stares intensely, asking if Chi Quickly is ready for him to start. Chi Quickly nervously clutches her chest and agrees, barely holding it together. Chi Quickly is caught off guard. Gavin urgently tells her to follow him now. Chi Quickly rushes behind Gavin as he leads her deeper into the warehouse. Gavin channels some serious energy, ready to collect resources like a pro. Blue energy swirls fill the warehouse as something epic is going down. The girl freaks out, yelling, "Oh my god. What's happening right now?" She demands answers from Gavin, accusing him of making the goods disappear. Gavin says they need to collect goods from the other warehouses, super mysterious. The girl questions why they're suddenly in a room filled with security monitors. Gavin dramatically commands, "Disable all the cameras," like an absolute boss. Gavin tells the girl he'll explain everything, only after they return. The scene switches to a large, illuminated mansion, setting a safe house vibe. Inside, a girl named Shishi offers tea, and everyone settles in for a talk. Gavin asks if the girl trusts him, and she says, "I do," like in the movies. The big guy is shocked she trusts Gavin so much, he might want a trust fall. Gavin drops the bomb, "The apocalypse is tomorrow, nobody's allowed outside." The girl insists on running an errand, but Gavin warns her to be back before noon. The countdown hits 0, ice apocalypse begins. Young Master Young, "Last time was an accident." The dude with an eye patch explains the team messed up, blames friendly fire. Young Master Young loses patience, frustrated by endless disasters and failures. Furious, Young Master Young grabs a weapon. He's taking matters into his own hands. Meanwhile, a group of adorable cats and dogs eagerly await some food. A kind girl warns the pets about the coming apocalypse, urging independence. She waves goodbye, hoping to see her furry friends again someday soon. Young Master Young gets a report. Gavin won't leave his villa, making moves difficult. Eyepatch Guy plots to capture the girl, thinking she'll lure Gavin out. A shocked man gets the news, probably realizing things are about to get wild. Gavin finds out Zach Young has kidnapped Chi Quickly and wants him alone. Gavin is furious and vows that Zach won't survive this. Gavin arrives at an old, intimidating building ready for action. Zach's gang mocks Gavin for showing up, expecting an easy win. Gavin demands Zach free Chi Quickly right now. He's not backing down. Chi Quickly breaks free and her captors shout, "Let's go," desperate to stop her. Chi Quickly runs straight to Gavin, yelling his name and grabbing his hand. Zach smirks, calling them naive, and fires a huge golden bullet. Gavin dodges the bullet in an epic move, saving Chi Quickly. Zach freaks out. He's totally shocked Gavin actually dodged the attack. Gavin checks if his friend is okay. She warns him, they have guns. Gavin comforts her, promising, "Don't be afraid. Leave the rest to me." A villain steps up, aiming a gun at Gavin, threatening his life directly. The villain orders his crew, torture him for a while. Don't let him die easily. One henchman prepares to attack, telling the villain, "Don't worry, he'll take care of him." Gavin asks the henchman, "Are you here to die?" As he strikes back, the other henchmen are shocked, staring at Gavin's strength in disbelief. Another boss yells, "More of you, go. Get him," sending more attackers in. One thug swings a knife at Gavin, but Gavin looks totally unfazed. Gavin catches the attack and blocks the knife with insane reflexes. Gavin takes down a big guy with one epic, surprise move. Gavin sweeps the legs of multiple attackers, leaving them stunned and sore. A girl is shocked, realizing Gavin is way stronger than she thought. The villains freak out. How does Gavin have skills like this? "We have guns." One-eyed villain taunts Gavin, daring him to dodge a bullet. Gavin surprises everyone. He shoots the bad guy first. "What?" Gavin grins, revealing he had a gun all along. "Sorry, I have a gun too." The remaining villain is panicking, asking, "How could this happen?" The girl is stunned. She can't believe Gavin actually killed someone. The last villain ditches his friend and runs away like it's a sprinting challenge. The blonde guy tries to escape, but gets shot and collapses instantly. Gavin stands over him, asking, "Do you think you can run?" The blonde, panicked, shouts, "I'm heir to Vast Dragon Group. You can't touch me." Bam! Another shot hits blonde guy as he screams in pain on the ground. Gavin smirks, holding the weapon, and says, "I just did." The nervous guy begs Gavin for mercy and asks him to name a price. Gavin drops a bomb. He wants 1 trillion. The other guy is speechless. Our desperate dude protests, saying nobody has 1 trillion lying around. Gavin isn't having it. He's like, "No money, no mercy," and goes in. The orange-haired guy is panicking, begging Gavin to stop, clearly regretting everything. Gavin calls him a coward and reminds him he promised to finish things today. Suddenly, a police car arrives and announces, "Everybody freeze. Don't move." Gavin looks super confused as he realizes the cops are here, asking, "You called the cops?" The battered guy reveals he called the police in advance as a secret backup plan. He tells Gavin he's going to prison for life now. Talk about plot twist revenge. The orange-haired guy is in agony, screaming about his happiness getting crushed. The main character holds a gun, taunts his enemy, and ignores the police. With a cocky grin, the main character boldly claims he'll never be caught. Police rush in, shouting to cuff him, as bodies lay everywhere around them. The main character starts a countdown, unfazed by the entire chaos around him. A surprised policeman watches as something dramatic is about to happen. Time's up. Policemen look up, completely bewildered, as mysterious snow begins falling. Everyone is confused. Main character wonders why it's snowing right in summer. The police shiver, realizing the temperature is dropping like crazy in seconds. An injured guy panics as his wounds literally freeze over with glowing ice. This guy just slipped and is literally freezing, he's begging for help. The squad rolls up and yells, "Save them." Like it's a Marvel movie. Gavin and his friend are running. She's freaking out at the -30 apocalypse. A guard blocks Gavin with a gun, yelling, "Stop. You can't leave." Gavin warns him, "Put down the gun or your hand will be ruined." The guard is like, "Ditch the gun." "My hand's frozen, I can't feel anything." Gavin grabs Zach Young, flexing, "Told you I'd never be caught." Zach Young is whining, "Help, my legs will freeze off too." Gavin and his friend walk away, leaving Zach shivering, "Enjoy the apocalypse." People wander through snow, saying, "This weather will freeze us." This is a once-in-a-century disaster. Gavin warns that things will only get harder as chaos unfolds. The girl anxiously wonders how long the ice apocalypse will last. Gavin admits he has no idea how long this will go on. In his past life, the ice apocalypse lasted over a year without ending. Crowds panic, looting clothes to survive the sudden freezing temperatures. The girl fears social order collapsing as desperate people lose humanity. Armed strangers confront Gavin and the girl, demanding their warm clothes. Gavin boldly threatens the attackers, showing no signs of fear. The knife-wielding thugs charge Gavin, convinced he's being too arrogant. Gavin easily takes down one attacker, showing he's not messing around. This dude freaks out as someone points a gun right at him. The guy with the gun wonders, "Am I being arrogant right now?" Scared guy says, "You're super humble. You have a gun, boss."